All right, we've got a product for review today. This was sent into the channel by INNOVA. Now, INNOVA's been around for, more than 30 years. So they're one of the old companies in the space. And they're right here in California, Irvine, California, a real nice place if you ever go visit. Right next to the John Wayne Airport and Newport Beach. Yeah, all the Southern California type stuff. So, like I said, the company is old. I used to have an INNOVA decades ago now. One of my very first readers that I bought. And they have all kinds of low-end to high-end. This is their high-end product. So we'll be taking a look at that. Now, I've done some reviews on OBD2 scanners on the channel, and they seem to be popular. So when INNOVA reached out, I said, yeah, go ahead and send me one. And like I said, this is their high-end product. It's not cheap. It's like a mid-grade scanner. It's not like a $50 scanner, right? This is like a $300 scanner. And so you get a lot of features for that. But it is USA, and it comes with a really nice book, which is super cool. I mean, you don't see books anymore. I really, really like that. So it comes with instructions. Comes with a bag here. So the way this operates is this one's corded. This is like my really, really old one. I actually did a teardown of that old one. Maybe I'll put a link down below. The screws here are easy to use. I have a lot of trouble with some manufacturer screws, but these are really, really good ones. Let's see, power button here. Now, let me just talk about the batteries. You can put batteries in it, like I've got here. That's 2 AA batteries, but you don't need them, okay? Because when you plug your OBD scanner into your car, it powers up. So you really don't need to put the batteries in. One of the reasons you might want to put the batteries in is to be able to look at the saved codes and stuff when you're not next to the vehicle. And then the biggest thing that you might be interested in is the actual connector has a flashlight in it. So when you're searching around under your dash to find where to plug it in, it's nice to have this flashlight attached to the connector. So that's maybe why you would want to put the batteries in here. Okay. It has lifetime data, so you don't have to have a subscription or anything like that. It does have some vehicle proprietary stuff in it, which I want to try out. But we can go here to the menu, classic stop, service reset, service check, battery alternator test. So it's got a cool test where you hook it up, you turn on your headlight, so you're draining your battery, it tests that, and then you rev your RPMs to test the alternator, make sure it's outputting voltage and stuff. So that is super cool. There's let's see here. I think we need to go to the car here. Yeah, there's only a firmware version. So there is a firmware update. There's a the port C here, USB port C. You hook that up to the computer, you download a program from INNOVA, and you hook it up, and it automatically detects your device and sees if it needs upgrade or not, and then you can tell it to upgrade if needed. All right, I plugged mine in, and it's got the latest firmware in it, so no problems there. So, yeah. It also supports OBD1, but you have to buy the adapters to go to an old car. And you do want the batteries in it, the AAA batteries in it, if you've got an OBD1 vehicle, because a lot of times it doesn't supply power on the connector. So there you go. I don't think I've ever had an OBD1 car, but yeah, we'll go out to my Toyota and hook this thing up and see what we can see. All right, we're in the car. It's detecting the protocol. It says make sure the ignition is on, so we will start the car and we will hit relink. Oops. Let's see, there we go. All right, so we are linked to the CAN. Let me turn off my air conditioner. That's awful noisy, isn't it? I'll roll down my window. So it found no codes, which is excellent. All right, so let's go to the menu here. It's hard doing it with one hand. So we've got the DTCs. Yeah, system menu. We have the live mode too. Yeah, let's do, since we're here, let's go to view live data. All right, so we have some things here. Let's do custom live data, and we will select a few things. All right, let's see here. I don't care about fuel. Let me get rid of that one. Let's do engine RPM. Vehicle speed's gonna be 0. We'll do spark advance, that's fun. Let's see here. Oh, we'll do the mass flow. Mass airflow. And let's see here. Command evap. All kinds of stuff in here. Wow. Volts, load. Pedal. Okay, let's look at the pedal position. Fuel type. All right. Where's RPM? Did I miss it? Maybe I didn't. Oh, there we go, engine RPM. Oh, it's on. Maybe I already did that. I don't remember. All right, done. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to press on the accelerator. And of course the RPM goes up. And you can see at the bottom there, the percent was how far I've pressed the pedal down. What percent, and then you can see the mass airflow change too. Spark advance changes. Yeah, cool. Let's see here. Oops. All right, let's go back. And let's see, let me push the live data button here. There's a live data button right here to get you in quickly. So let's go and let's do RPM, we'll do graph. So now we can graph the data. Nice. All right. Okay, let's go to, let's go to system. So it's got things like your air in your tires. Let's see, I have a smart key. Okay. Is this your vehicle? Yes. Tire let's see here. Let's do live data. I've never had a scanner that could do this, so we'll give it a chance here. Let's see, okay, view live data. Ah, there we go. So these are the codes for the wheel sensors, the air valve stem sensors and stuff like that. I've got 4 tires. Yeah, all right. And there's 32 things. Wow. Temperature and tires. Oh, cool. Air temperature and tires. Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, yeah. I like that. That'd be fun to drive around and see how hot your tires get. Battery voltage and your things a little. Yeah, anyway. Tire inflation. Oh, super cool. I can check my 4 tires out for tire inflation. Oh, they're all pretty good. All right. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. I think I want to see if I'm missing something here. Menu. No. I don't know how to get to it. I'm looking for the manufacturer specific things. Let's do service check. Odometer. Interesting. Back. Oh yeah, here's the battery test. Power link, menu. Yeah, so here's where you read the DT codes. You just can go there. Go to the BD, live data. Let's see here. Maybe it's here. Misfire, complete. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Back. System menu. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to go to read the codes, go to the menu. I guess that's the one. And then drive cycle procedures. Wow. That's pretty cool. So it's got a lot of real high-end features that you can do. I've looked at some people online that know about cars. I don't know about cars, but it can like recalibrate your crankshaft timing and things like that. Pretty wild stuff. Yep, pretty wild stuff. OBD monitor test. What does that do? I have no idea. Let's push the buttons. Oh, oxygen sensor. Okay. So the cool thing about this, and I'm not going to be able to show it, but the software is free to download into your smartphone, okay? So there is a program that you load into your smartphone, and then the smartphone that I'm using as a camera right now, and your scanner talk to one another. And if you have a code thrown, you press the button and it sends the code to your phone, and then your phone looks it up, and then your phone says, this is what's wrong, and this is what you need to do about it. And I think it can even search for people to work on your car. Pretty wild stuff. All right, here is the program, and it created a report for my car. It automatically uploaded the data to my phone, which is kind of over. There we go. That's better. So it says everything is good. Green light for emissions. Let's see here. No codes found. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, engine. Transmission was 140. Vehicle care update. Maintenance items. Change engine oil and drain plug gasket. Okay, that probably needs to get done here pretty soon. Looks like it's searching Amazon for these things. Replace air filter. Drain plug is $5. Air cabin filter. Yeah, so it just points you to where you can buy these things, which is kind of nice. You know it's going to fit the vehicle. Predicted repairs. Things might go bad, like your fuel cap might go bad. And then it takes you to Amazon. It says, here's your fuel cap. You can go buy one. All right. Let's see. Cost to own, vehicle history report, advanced VIN decode, tells you all about your car. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like it. Here's service recalls, technical service bulletins, and safety recalls. Here's a safety recall. The last safety recall was in 2023. And what was this for? Oh, a battery clamp. Yeah, I had that done. I remember the battery clamp wasn't quite fitting. Technical service. We've got fluids. Safety recall for trailer hitch. I don't got one. Cooling, electrical, emissions, HVAC. Yeah, all kinds of cool. I mean, it's hard to find those things, right? And here they are all in one place for your car. So that's worth a bunch of money all by itself. So I do like that. Warranty, cost to own. Find out how much it's going to cost you. 5-year cost to own, $22,000. Maintenance, fuel, repair. I think fuel's going up. Calculator. Wow, this is a nice little program. I do like it. On the front here, it's got consult local shops to get a quote for service. Repairpal.com. Okay. Technical documents. Unavailable for Toyota and Honda. Oh, that's too bad. Would you recommend it? Yeah, I think it's good. All right, let's take a look. Okay, well, that was my review of the INNOVA. It's a model 5610, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Definitely a step up from the other scanners that I've got